Renuka Devi is an assistant professor at the Department of Statistics, Presidency College, Chennai. Mrs. R. Renuka Devi has done her MPhil from Madras Christian College. She has 23 years of teaching experience and has published one research paper. She has also presented, participated, and organized conferences and workshops on statistics-related subjects.
Welcome to UGC lecture series on mathematical sciences. Today's lecture is all about Indian official statistics, and the topics under discussion are official statistics, uses of official statistics, Indian statistical system, statistical offices at the center, Central Statistical Organization, National Sample Survey Organization, and Office of the Registrar General. And now we will see what is official statistics. Official statistics are nothing but the data published by government agencies or other public bodies. They provide quantitative, qualitative information. So, here by quantitative mean any characteristics that can be measurable, and here qualitative any characteristics that we can say whether it is present or absent in a particular individual. Say for example, beauty, intelligence and so on. So, they provide both quantitative and qualitative information such as economic and social development, living conditions, health, education and environment.
Now, we will see the aim of Indian official statistics. The aim is to provide picture of a country or different phenomena through data and images such as graphs and maps. And second aim is to provide basic information for decision making, evaluation and assessment at different levels.
Some of the uses are listed here. Uses of official statistics, they are often used as data source for secondary statistical analysis, employee quantitative approach. They are also used in health need assessments, health status or profile and health impact assessment.
Now, we will see the indicators used in official statistics. Actually, we have different indicators for different area. So, for example, for population, the main indicators are given as the total population, population density, population by age, life expectancy at birth and at age 65, foreigners in the population, total fertility rate and infant mortality rate are considered as the main indicators. Now, for gender statistics, the indicators are women in labor force, gender pay gap. In the employment category, we have the indicators as employment rate, unemployment rate, also the youth unemployment rate. We have economic activity rate for both women and men, employment in major sectors, agriculture, industry and services. There are many indicators for the economy also, which includes gross domestic product, gross domestic product per capita, real GDP growth rate, that is here GDP is meant for gross domestic product. Okay, GDP by major economic sectors, that is gross domestic product by major economic sectors such as agriculture, industry and services. And also the indicators are consumer price index, exchange rate, gross external debt. And for trade, the indicators we find as exports of goods and services, imports of goods and services, balance of payments, trade balance, major import partners and export partners as well. And the indicators used in environment are land use, water supply and consumption, environmental production expenditure, generation and treatment of waste. Also the chemical use is considered as environment indicator. And for the energy field, the indicators include total energy consumption, primary energy sources, energy consumption in transport, electricity consumption, consumption of renewable energy sources. Unlike uses of official statistics, now we have users of official statistics. That is, here we find the potential users of official statistics. That is the user which make use of the data and information provided by Indian official statistics system. And official statistics are intended for a wide range of users, includes government, both central and local, research institutions, professional, statistician, journalist and the media, businesses, educational institutions and the general public. Now we can broadly classify the potential users of official statistics into three types. So the three types of users are those with a general interest, that is the first type, business interest or research interest, that is the second type. Each of these user groups has different needs for statistical information.
And we have different methods of collecting official statistics. So they are categorized into four. The first one, census; the second method, sample survey; and third one, experiment; the fourth one, observational study. And let us see each of the methods. First one, census. So it is a study that obtain data from every member of a population. In other words, we can say that it is a complete study of the individuals under consideration.
Now under methods of collecting official statistics, here we have census. A census is actually a complete enumeration or a study that obtains data from every member of population. So we use each and every unit of the population to study about the population characteristics. So here the collected data for a specific reference data are collected for a specific reference period. A census should be taken at a regular intervals in order to have comparable information available. That is, the census is done during a period of 5 years or 10 years. Data are usually collected through questionnaires mailed to respondents via the internet or completed by an enumerator visiting respondents or contacting them by telephone. So this type of information is called primary information or primary data. And the topics to be covered under census are demographic and social characteristics, educational characteristics, geographic and migration characteristics, economic characteristics, and both fertility and mortality information.
And here sample survey is nothing but a study that obtains data from a subset of population in order to estimate population characteristics. Census, that is complete study, is not always possible because of the nature of the population. If it is incomplete, it is not always possible. It is, if it is of destructive nature, then also the complete study is not possible. The time, effort, money required to study the census, that is required for complete enumeration, is very large. So we take always a small part of the population called sample, and we study based on the sample we get the population characteristics. So that is called sample survey. And the third method is experiment. It is a controlled study in which the researcher attempts to understand cause and effect relationship. The last method, observational study. So like experiments, here the researchers attempts to understand cause and effect relationship, but he does not have any control over the cause and effect relationship. We will see about the Indian statistical system. So here statistical offices at the center are listed: Ministry of Planning, Central Statistical Organization, National Sample Survey Organization, in other words it is called NSSO, and Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Labour and Ministry of Industrial Development. The central government of India has set up different organizations for the collection, compilation and publication of statistical data required by the center and the states for carrying out their activities smoothly and meeting the requirements, and also to update their information for taking decisions on socio-economic problems. And altogether there are 211 statistical organizations in India for collecting, maintaining, compiling and publishing records. These statistical organizations were set up under the Cabinet Secretariat in different years, and some of the organizations then brought under Ministry of Planning. So, there are two independent departments under Ministry of Planning. The first one is Department of Statistics, and the second one the Department of Program Implementation. In 1999, the Department of Statistics and Department of Program Implementation were merged to form Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So, then the ministry is divided into two divisions. The first one is Statistics Division, the second one is Program Implementation Division. And Statistics Division is further divided into three, that is the Central Statistical Organization, commonly or generally known as CSO, then the National Sample Survey Organization, and the third one the Computer Center. Program Implementation Division consists of 4 departments, 20-point Program Division, Infrastructure Monitoring Division, Project Monitoring Division, Member of Parliament, Local Area Development Scheme Division, and here we have Central Statistical Organization. So, it is a unit that was set up under Cabinet Secretariat way back in 1949, which was further developed as a statistical organization known as Central Statistical Organization. The CSO headquartered in New Delhi, it acts as the advisory and coordinating body to regularize the data collection and compilation efforts of center and states. And it is headed by Director General, who is assisted by 3 additional Director Generals, 4 Deputy Director Generals, Directors and Joint Directors, and other supporting officials. And the activities of CSO, it coordinates the statistical activities of various central government departments and state governments. It acts as a coordinator and advisor in statistical matters to the center and states. It collects and compile and also publish statistical data on all India basis for the center and states. It also provides statistical information to Planning Commission for the development of 5 years plans. It provides training to personnel in statistical departments of government, and it standardizes the concepts, definitions, classification and methodology of collecting data from different sources. Here we have some more activities: compilation and publication of national income statistics, publishing of all industry related statistical information. It provides statistical information to the offices of the United Nations, and it also conducts economic censuses related surveys. Compilation of index of industrial production, it compiles consumer price indices for urban and non-manual employees, and it compiles human development statistics and gender statistics. It also determines statistical information. And finally, we have the analyzing work that also done by CSO relating to trade, energy, construction and environmental statistics, and it coordinates statistical activities, that is, it coordinates all statistical activities in both center and state governments. And the activities are further extended with the merging of 2 major units, which are National Information Unit and the Directorate of Industrial Statistics, which now working as Industrial Statistical Wing. And here we have some major publications of CSO. So, it publishes Guide to Official Statistics and Directory of Statistics India, Statistical System in India, Monthly Abstract of Statistics, Annual Pocket Book, Annual India in Figures, Quarterly Statistical Newsletter, Input Output Transaction Table, state-wise estimates of various output from agriculture and livestock. So, this helps the farmers and others to develop a sampling plan for improving their cultivation process and the yield. And the other publications are National Accounts Statistics, Proceedings of National Seminar or Workshops, Women and Men in India, Selected Socio-Economic Statistics in India. And the other major organization is the National Sample Survey Organization. It is responsible for conducting national wide surveys on various socio-economic aspects like survey of economic census, annual survey of industries, supervision of area enumeration of crop estimation surveys, and urban frame survey.
National Sample Survey Organization has 4 divisions. So the first one is Survey Design and Research Division called SDRD. The second one, Field Operations Divisions, otherwise called FOD, Data Processing Divisions, DPD, and Coordination and Publication Divisions, otherwise known as CPD.
NSSO functions under a governing council with the requisite of independence and autonomy in the matter of collection, processing and publication of national sample survey data. So, the employees of NSSO belong to the Indian Statistical Service and Subordinate Statistical Service. They are appointed through Union Public Service Commission and Staff Selection Commission respectively. So, the NSSO is headed by Director General and Chief Executive Director who is responsible for coordinating and supervising all activities of the organization. The Director General and the CEO is also a member secretary of the Government Council. And the major activities of NSSO, it has to undertake socio-economic surveys on multi-subjects, multi-purposes integrated surveys known as National Sample Surveys. The Survey Design and Research Division is responsible for planning of survey, selection of samples, preparation of questionnaire, writing of field instructions and preparation of reports based on survey results. And here we have few more activities. The Field Operations Division is responsible for the collection of primary data for the surveys, the projects undertaken by the NSSO. In data, we have 2 types of data, primary and secondary data. So, the data collected by NSSO is primary data. If we make use of the data which has been already collected by NSSO for our analysis for socio-economic conditions and so on, it is called secondary data. So, NSSO is also responsible for helping states to conduct crop estimation surveys. The Field Operation Divisions of the NSSO is responsible for collecting retail price data over the years on monthly or quarterly or weekly basis for the determination of consumer price index consumer price index numbers for rural and urban areas. And further we have the activities as the annual survey of industry. It is responsible for providing statistical information to assess and evaluate the changes occurring in the growth, composition and structure of the organized manufacturing sector comprising of activities which associates or related to manufacturing process, repair services, generation and transmission of electricity, gas and water supply undertakings and cold storage. And it is responsible for organizing regular training courses on behalf of the training division of the CSO for ISS, that is Indian Statistical Service, and other government offices. So, whoever is wanted to join in ISS, they can undertake the training programs which is part of CSO and which is taken care of NSSO. And here we have publications. First one is Sarvekshana. It is one of the main biannual technical journal of the National Sample Survey Organization. It covers the analysis and main results of surveys conducted by NSSO. Land and livestock holdings and debt and investment, and third one housing conditions and migration with special emphasis on slum dwellers. Consumer expenditure, education, health and age in India, consumer expenditure and small trading units, consumer expenditure and common property resources, consumer expenditure, employment and unemployment and non-agricultural employees in the informal sectors in India. unorganized manufacture and consumer expenditure, unorganized service sector and consumer expenditure. So, these are the publications of NSSO. And here we have some more: consumer expenditure, employment, unemployment, disabled persons and village facilities, consumer expenditure, employment, unemployment, situation assessment survey of farmers. Now, we have the third organization, that is Office of Registrar General. Office of Registrar General, it is a permanent department of central government and it is responsible for arranging, conducting and analyzing the results of the census. So, the main functions are housing and population census. It involves planning, coordination, supervision of the field activities, data processing, tabulation, compilation and dissemination of census results. So, actually statistics by we mean the 4 phases. It is given: planning and conducting the activities, processing, tabulation, compilation and finally analysis of the results. And the other functions are National Register of Indian Citizen, that is NRIC, which issues the national identity cards, and the National Population Register, that is NPR, which is the first step towards the creation of national identity. Second function is Annual Health Surveys. It is designed to yield benchmarks of core, vital and health indicators at the district level. Sample Registration System, that is abbreviated as SRS. So, in sample survey, the other explanation for SRS, expansion for SRS is simple random sampling, but here in the official statistics SRS we mean Sample Registration System. So, this is again a function of Office of the Registrar General. So, it conducts a large scale sample survey of vital events every half year, and the publications of Office of Registrar General are listed as Vital Rates of India based on SRS between 1971 and 1996, medical certification of causes of death in the year 1991, SRS based abridged life tables between 1991 and 94 and 91 to 97, sample registration system, that is nothing but statistical report in the form of statistical report in the year 1996. So, here the vital rates we mean the mortality rate, that is the death rate, birth rate, fertility rate and also the infant death rate and infant birth rate. And now the summary of our discussion. We discussed about Indian official statistics and the different data sources and various statistical offices at the center, statistical organization, that is Central Statistical Organization CSO and National Sample Survey Organization, and we discussed the activities and publications of both Central Statistical Organization and National Sample Survey Organization, and we also discussed about the functions and the publications of Office of Registrar General. We can check our understanding level by answering the simple questions. First question: write short notes about Indian official statistics. Number 2, what is National Sample Survey? What is CSO? The fourth one, write any 2 functions of Office of Registrar General. Fifth one, what is ASI and what is Sample Registration System? And the last one, write any 5 publications of NSSO. Thank you for listening to the UGC lecture series on mathematical sciences.